Hey Carter,
Hey David, how's it going?
I'm doing well. Sorry, I'm just finishing up an email here. How
So
about you?
yeah, no worries. Sorry, I was got held up and was getting slammed with questions. It's my apologies.
No stress. I figured it was something like that. I was doing my email anyway, so all
Yeah,
good.
no worries. How are things?
And I am slammed with work, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I can't really complain. Just dealing with a couple of pit storms today, so I'm just trying to figure it out. How are
Yeah,
you?
sure. I'm doing good. Yeah, same thing. Just another typical Monday, putting out fire, staring at the laptop after a weekend. But yeah, regardless, I appreciate your time. Thanks for taking the time out of your Monday to jump in this call with me. Before I guess I share my screen, start going over our strategies, our services, and what we're doing for the current clients and teams we're working with. Just a couple simple questions for you at the start, just to sort of get a better understanding of where you're currently at in your career. And
Yep,
then if you have any questions for me throughout, just feel free to interrupt at any point in time and just basically ask away.
sure thing.
Awesome. So I'll share my screen here. Just give me 1 second. Awesome. Yeah. So like I said, I did some due diligence, but I guess if you can kind of just give me a brief summary of how you got into real estate. I'm assuming it's something you do full time, but if it's something you do part time, full time, the current brokerage or team you're with, and yeah, just kind of like a brief rundown.
Sure, yeah, man. So I've been in real estate now for about 6 years.
Okay.
Not real estate agent. I already have a investment property that I'm currently renting out. I've always been part of the market and kind of interested. And then I finally decided, the entrepreneur life is the way to go as of, we'll say, the start of this year. So January, I had to do all my licensing, this and that, whatnot. Currently working part-time as I still have a full-time job.
Okay.
To be quite honest, it's almost like I'm working two full-time jobs because I'm
Yeah.
probably busy from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. every day.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy, but you know what? Busy is good.
Mhm.
Making deals happen even in this market at the moment. Working with a top five team in Ottawa. I don't know, are you from Ottawa?
I'm from Ontario, Sault Ste. Marie, Windsor as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm working for a top five team in Ottawa. Super happy to be part of them, Metro City Property Group. We got some killers on our team, so learning from them, and then hoping to kind of expand. Who knows? Maybe start my own brokerage, maybe not, but at
Yeah.
least be a top agent and bringing value to the market. But yeah, man, I'm pretty much that's what it is with real estate. I mean, I've experience in procurement, car mechanic, teaching first aid, sales, retail, construction, cabinetry, like jack of all trades kind of
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome. And if you don't mind me asking, what's the other gig?
so I'm working for the procurement of Costco Canada. So our
Okay.
head office here is in Ottawa. So it's pretty much kind of like a government job, Monday to Friday kind of thing. So.
Okay, awesome. And I guess what's the current strategy, if there is one, as far as trying to acquire new clientele for real estate? Is it just all based off of sort of your database, sphere of influence, repeat and referral? Is there any traditional ways of advertising, brand development? What's that kind of look like?
So obviously my own sphere of influence, talking to people, this and that. And then we also have a lead gen through a couple of our websites that we have at the moment.
Okay.
And basically I would get cold leads from there. Obviously that's not always going to be kind of a winner, but there
Yeah,
have been, some good contacts I've had, building up my sales pipeline as well. So it's a game of follow up, get in contact with them and then kind of take it from there. Cause usually the first call doesn't really move any needles, we'll say, kind of
yeah,
thing, unless it's a very motivated person. But again, it's very rare, especially in this market.
for
So
sure. For sure. And
yeah.
how was last year for you as far as closed deals goes? And then is mainly it a split between buyers and sellers, or is it heavier on the buyer side, heavier on the seller side? What's that kind of look like?
So like I said, I just started this year in sense of real estate, like
Okay, yeah.
January.
Yeah.
Yeah. So January, I have an investment property already, like from a couple of years back. And I
Okay,
think
nice.
that's maybe where you got it mixed up. But
Yeah,
yeah, just started this year. So it's all new for me, kind of going in the worst market of the all time
true.
since 2008. But that's fine, man. I've been a hustler since I've been like 18 years old. So
Yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's better, almost better, because then don't take the highs too highs and the lows too low. I guess it'll just get better if you start in the market like this. It's better than some individuals that started in the crazy market. Now they don't know what to do because things aren't, selling right away.
Exactly. Exactly. No, you're spot on with that.
But yeah, it's awesome. I appreciate you answering those. So, just a little bit about us, who we are, and what we do. We're a full service real estate specialized marketing agency. So, doing everything from A to Z for our realtors to help build and scale their brand, and obviously bring in new clientele with our unique advertising strategies on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Google, and TikTok. Now, like
Mhm.
I already mentioned, we're based out of Canada as well. We're in Ontario, Sault Ste. Marie, Windsor. So, we're not in the States, essentially, is what I'm getting at. We understand, this market and what's going on here. Now, our number one priority is getting results. It's quite literally the sole purpose of our service and what it is that we do. So you'll see how everything just sort of circles around that one main point. Now, time is money, especially for an individual like yourself. You're working full time and doing real estate part time. So it's not, we're not going to pass you a lead list of 400 people and say, okay, David, cold call away and let us know how many tire kickers you get a hold of. That's, essentially the last thing we want to do. Time is money. We want you to maybe wake up 15 to 20 minutes earlier in the morning, have your coffee, log into our system, see the new leads that are coming in, see the SMSs and emails that are being sent out, listen to the call recordings our team is making, and just see if you have any new appointments, and then go by your day, going to work, sending off emails, working with the clients that you have, and giving them the best possible service they can get. At the end of the day, if this were to be, 20% of your business, but taking up 70% of your time, well, that just obviously wouldn't make much sense. Your business should stand on multiple different pillars, and you should be, able to equally distribute your time accordingly to what's bringing in the business. Now, we're not the biggest real estate agency in the world. We're not working with 50 people in your area already as it is. With being an online business, we get the privilege of being able to work throughout the entire world. So my whole thing is, I don't want to work with 50 people in the same area, market against ourselves. I want to keep people exclusive to our strategy, what it is that we do, because I believe it's unique, exclusive to our leads, so we can actually grow with an agent, build that relationship with them, take their career to the next level. That's kind of what it's, all about for me. I'm not trying to, just churn and burn and take on as much volume as possible. So with that being said, having a team environment and good communication is crucial for this to be successful. And it's essentially everything to me and everyone else as well. So quick case study. This is a realtor solo agent that joined February 13th of 2023. So fairly recent. The statistics that you see in front of you are within a 2-week period. Now, I don't like to develop a pretty case study because at the end of the day, I can just put whatever I want on it if I wanted to. So I figured I'd take a screenshot off of their ads manager. That'd be a little bit harder to fraudulently make, was my whole thought process behind it anyway. So within a 2-week period, what we did for him on Facebook and Instagram is he got 12,786 impressions. The ad got a click-through rate of 10%. So essentially the industry average in real estate is 0.9%. If you go to ever run an ad by yourself and you want to know if the actual creative is good, that's kind of what you can base it off of. Now, within a 2-week period, we brought him 36 leads with a cost per lead of $4.05, and he spent $145 in advertising. So from these 36 leads, we were able to book 8 appointments in 2 weeks, and he was running on a $20 a day ad spend. Now, these appointments are not individuals that showed up and they are looking to buy in 2 years, or they showed up and they work part-time at McDonald's and they have $4,000 saved up for a down payment, or they didn't show up at all. These are actually motivated people that we've already vetted, we've called, and we have a bunch of notes on them. So just to briefly show you what an appointment would look like, you can actually listen to all the call recordings so you know that we're just not, bullshitting you and just writing down whatever it is that we want to write down. We leave a bunch of notes that they had in the call. We ask, different questions. And you can see, for instance, this person's a home buyer, duplex, 2 to 3 bedroom, ready to move in 30 days. They're pre-approved for 400,000. And then all the other ones are the same. This person's 4 to 6 months. So it all depends. Not everyone's obviously going to be ready in 20 days. You might have to actually put them in the pipeline and work them for a bit. It's kind of how this works, but you can see
And
that
Carter,
everyone's, yeah,
Quick, sorry to interrupt you here.
no worries.
I'm following you on this completely. Just number one, the Facebook lead that you just mentioned right there, was that off his profile or your own marketing profile that you're kind of figuring out?
Yeah, so everything's ran off of your profiles.
Mm,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Interesting. And so what would that be? Like you would send content to me to post, or Or how does that work?
Yeah, no, so it's not at all based off of posting or organic posting. It's all sponsored ads being ran off of your account. So I kind of show you what some of the ads look like, but
Sure.
basically there's no posting involved. It's all ran off of your ads manager on Meta, which would be for Facebook and Instagram. And then these
Mhm.
posts just run. And like have you ever seen like an ad on your Facebook for like Amazon or something like that?
Well, I mean, I just did an ad for my Instagram,
Okay.
a sponsored one. I don't know if that's exactly what we were talking about here, but
Did you just like boost
probably.
it kind of?
Okay, yeah. So maybe that's the difference. I boosted it.
Yeah. Yeah. Boosting is just kind of
Okay.
like sending it out to the world to try and get more engagement, like more likes, more like views, stuff like
Right.
that. This is more like a targeted approach. We'll kind of explain and see.
Sure.
So, quick another case study. This is just for a bigger team doing a little bit more volume, just to show you what happened for them. They got 35,000 impressions in 30 days, click-through rate of 6.15%. They got 103 leads with a cost per lead of $5.27, and they spent $540 on marketing. So a little bit bigger budget. Like I said, they're a team trying to, produce a little bit more volume.
Hmm.
Now, just to briefly go over sort of the creatives, the ad examples, and what the stuff looks like now. The only reason I showcase this stuff is because for some reason, people think we need to develop some sort of Super Bowl commercial quality ad and spend hundreds of dollars on graphic designing this stuff. We've done all that, and that's just not the case whatsoever. That stuff always tanks for some reason, whatever it is, I have no idea. But the most basic and simplistic stuff with a good call to action just simply works the best. So that home collage creative that you see in the middle of your screen, like the two top half creatives, that general ad idea has been the top performing ad for all clients across the board over the last like month and a half. Now, what I mean by that is it's brought in the lowest average cost per lead of $3.50. It's brought in thousands of leads and it's gotten hundreds of deals. So a simple ad like that maybe takes us 25 minutes to develop works the best, gets the best click-through rate. And that's actually the same creative we were using in the last two slides that got the results that it's got and got the click-through rate that it got in real time. So we're a fairly young team. We're constantly studying the ad library, seeing what other agents, teams, and agencies are up to in the area. And something that we've consistently seen is the lack of video ads, user-generated content, TikTok style ads being ran on Instagram and Facebook, being ran on platforms like YouTube, and being ran on platforms like TikTok. So not only are video ads already scarce as it is, but now implementing these video ads on platforms like YouTube and platforms like TikTok, where the competition is slim to nothing, it just explodes right away and results in a whole bunch of volume because, like I said, there's no competition. So you're just closing a bunch of deals from TikTok because no one else is on the platform. Now,
Right.
like I mentioned at the start of this call, our whole goal is to make your life as easy as possible. So we're not going to say, hey, film an ad, edit it, send it over to us when it's ready. We'll provide you with a script, a video example. We have a full service editing team. So we handle all the editing, making you look like an all-star and just getting the ad over already. I'll show you a quick example of, what this stuff could look like. So this would be an example of sort of a TikTok, more user-generated content video ad. It's filmed vertically. This individual filmed it on his iPhone. So there's multiple different routes you can take when filming this stuff, and it's different for everyone. You can pull on the heartstrings, make it personable. You can make it more hype style about statistics. You can do it more interview style. It all depends, different for everyone, but just to show you some examples.
Okay, I have a question for you. Who's the best real estate agent in the world?
You.
What do you
You.
think? Me? And should you buy a house from Daddy?
Yes.
Well, should you invest your money with Daddy?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, well, there's the best answer ever.
So something simple like that. We're not selling anyone on everything. We're pulling heartstrings. People are watching it because his kids are in it. He's personable. Everyone can relate to that for the most part, individuals that he's trying to, target anyways. So it works really, really well because no one's doing, video ads in general. Then you're doing something that's relatable. You're not selling. You're not being typical, asking for a home evaluation, stuff like that. And it just, simply works. So here's more of a actual commercial style video that we'd run as an in-stream skippable ad on YouTube. He's targeting investors specifically in this video. Like I said, it's different for everyone, but just to give you an idea of, what some of this stuff looks like.
This is how I became a millionaire in 10 years. The property behind me was the first. This was the third property I bought. And this was the sixth property I bought. And finally, we turned this into 117 units. If you'd like some help, or if you have any questions about your finances, please reach out to us. We're more than happy to help.
So simple stuff like that just, works really well. Just commercials in general, video ads in general, just explodes. Now, we have a team of ISAs, so these inside sales agents are trained for a 3-month period on what they're allowed to ask, what they're not allowed to ask based off of all the rules and regulations. And we use a script that we know gets a decent conversion rate when it comes to actually calling these leads and booking appointments. So depending on the package, we'll place one of these ISAs within your business to work part-time or full-time, Monday to Friday, 8 hours a day, managing the CRM, managing all the leads, calling the leads, booking the appointments for you while you're at work, you're out for dinner, you're working with a client, showing a house, whatever it may be. These leads will be getting called. So we also do an unlimited amount of dials. Eventually, when you have a database of past clientele, we do a lot of database reactivation to get new referrals, keep in touch with all these individuals, and just overall try and get you more deals. Now, just to go over our exact 3-step strategy and precisely what it is that we're trying to do. So the first step is on Instagram and Facebook. We develop these campaigns. We let them run for a 3 to 4 day period. Essentially what we're doing here is we're seeing what's going to work for you, your brand, your area, and overall what's going to get you the lowest cost per lead. Now, depending on the package, we might also be running a video ad. If we are, we develop a video ad campaign and we create a custom audience of all users that hold a 25% retention rate on your video ad. So let's say after a month of advertising, we get 10,000 video views and 4,500 of these individuals held a 25% retention rate on your video. Sorry, 1 second here.
What does that mean, retention rate?
So it means, say your video is a minute long and someone stayed for 25 seconds plus. So some level of interest was shown essentially in the video.
Understood.
So we're huge fans of developing custom audiences because this means individuals have shown some level of interest. They're familiar with you and who you are now. So what we do is that custom audience, we develop new ads on Instagram and Facebook, and we retarget this audience so we can actually hit a higher quality target audience already familiar with you, who you are. We're keeping them top of mind, and hopefully they turn into new clientele. So that's what we're doing on Instagram and Facebook. On YouTube, we've shot this commercial style video, this video ad. It's edited, it's revised, everyone's happy with it. And we're running this as an in-stream skippable YouTube ad. Now, the reason YouTube works so well is because the targeting that we're capable of doing is like the targeting that used to be on Facebook back in like 2012. Since YouTube and Google are partnered up, we're quite literally able to target people that are actively searching in the real estate market. So people that are working their job, their 9 to 5 throughout the day, and they're searching maybe on realtor.ca, or they're searching for top agents near me or top teams near me, what's my home worth, stuff like that. And then later that night, they jump on the couch with a bag of chips to watch the TSN highlights from last night's game, or HGTV, Gordon Ramsay, whatever it may be. These are the individuals that will get smacked in the face with your real estate commercial, your video ad, because they're a high quality target audience. We already know that they've shown interest. They're searching for a home, searching for an agent, whatever it may be. So they're most likely to actually take action and turn into new, leading new clientele. Now, the TikTok platform is ridiculously strong. The algorithm's crazy on there. It's studying users that are following realtors, liking property tour videos, liking real estate related content. So what we do is we run your video ad on open targeting of your area, and we just let the algorithm do its thing and place the ad in front of people that are most likely to actually, take action. Competition on there is slim to nothing. So we just collect a whole bunch of volume and results in a whole bunch of new deals. So the whole goal of what we're doing across all these platforms is we're funneling all of this traffic to a landing page that we develop for our clients. Now, on this landing page, there's a clear, concise call to action. And underneath, there's a survey with a variety of different questions where we try and push these individuals to turn themselves into a high quality lead and essentially just qualify themselves. Now, on the survey, we ask questions like, are you looking to buy? Are you looking to sell? What's your budget? Are you pre-approved? Where are you employed? What do you make yearly? Stuff like that, where we basically turn them into what we like to call a hot lead. 98% of the time, any individual who's going to take 10 minutes out of their life to fill out an instant form from a platform, then get redirected to this landing page, then answer 9 different questions, then manually input their information once again, is turning into a transaction or turning into an individual that you want in your pipeline regardless, because like I said, they're higher quality. So The second step is the only way you can get to this landing page is by clicking on an advertisement. You can't search it. You can't get there anywhere else besides actually clicking on one of your ads. So what that means is, in order to get there, some level of interest has to be shown. They like you, they like your video, they like the copywriting, whatever it may be. They click the ad for a reason. So yet again, we create another custom audience of all these users. Let's say after a month of advertising, it's 1,000 people. We develop new ads on Instagram and Facebook, and we retarget this custom audience to keep you top of mind. Now they've already seen one of your ads. They've been to your landing page. They're seeing another new advertisement, and they're like, who is this guy? He's taken over all of my fees. I'm seeing him everywhere. When they are interested in the service, they opt in and they turn into a new client. So the third step is these instant forms are being filled out. The surveys are being filled out. They're clicking submit. All this information gets automatically sent into our CRM. You receive an internal notification, a text message saying, hey, David, a new lead just entered the CRM, or hey, David, a hot lead just entered the CRM. Our ISA team gets a notification to call these individuals right away. All of our email and SMS drip campaigns will start. So we look professional and we get in contact with these individuals. And overall, the whole process of nourishing, vetting, qualifying, and booking appointments will essentially begin. Now, we're a fairly young team. We understand this is marketing, this is advertising. Things are constantly changing. You know, Mr. Zuckerberg's coming up with new updates constantly, you know, screw us around and whatnot. But we want to constantly make sure that our clients are ahead of the game. We're constantly pushing the barrier of getting better and better results and just doing things differently, essentially, than everyone else. So the number one problem today with advertising and marketing in the real estate niche is lead quality. And that's what everyone complains about, is getting individuals that are, oh, I'm just browsing. Sorry, I just clicked on your ad. I didn't mean to.
No
That's
doubt.
what you get a whole lot of, and that's what everyone hates. So that got us thinking, rightfully so. If I was looking to buy a home, the first step's going to be to just browse. I'm probably going to click on ads because I'm interested in it in the next, maybe 8 months, or I'm just somewhat interested in it. So I'm just going to click on the ad. But what I thought was, individuals that are more serious and looking to go, take the next step are people that are actively looking to get pre-approved. So what we do with some of our clients is they'll sort of partner up with a mortgage broker, not necessarily like partner up, but say, hey, Johnny, I'm going to be running this new marketing strategy where I'm going to run a mortgage ad targeting first-time home buyers that are actively looking to get pre-approved to get their first home. And what we're going to do for you, Johnny, is we're going to collect the leads. We're going to vet them for you. We're going to call them. We're going to qualify them. We're going to book them an appointment with you. Do you mind taking the free leads and the free clients? Obviously, they're going to say yes. They don't care. So they take the lead, they pre-approve them, they qualify them, and they pass them back to you because you now have a partnership with them. And it's resulted in a whole bunch of new volume, a whole bunch of new deals because no one's doing it. You're hitting a whole different target demographic, a whole different audience, a whole different advertising space because you're running a mortgage ad targeting first-time home buyers as a realtor, which no one is doing. The lead quality is drastically higher because these individuals either A, want to know what they can afford, or B, they want to get locked in for a rate so when their dream home actually does come up, they can pull trigger and put an offer in. So they're not just browsing ever. They're not, obviously it's not 100%, quality. That would be impossible, but the quality is drastically higher than, just running the typical ad. So just to show you the landing pages and what this stuff looks like. Now, I honestly hate presenting this stuff because it's no Nike.com and it's no Apple.com, but once again, we've done all that and the conversion rate just sucks. Apparently, when you put too much things on there, people just get confused and they'll just leave. So the most basic, simplistic stuff has gotten us the best conversion rate when it comes to visitors to actually filling out the survey. So that's just what we do. Now, this would be for a buyer and seller campaign. So how can we help you? You're looking to buy and sell my home, whatever it may be. Do you currently own or rent, own other? We get a timeline from them. So what's your ideal move-in date? What's your budget? Seeing if their budget's healthy and whatnot. Describe your perfect home, so their essentials and what they want. We ask them if they're looking to sell as well, so that's how we get a lot of our seller leads. We ask them if they're serious about making a transaction, as we're going to be calling them. And then we get them to manually input their information once again to make sure it's all correct. So that would be for like the buyer and seller campaign. Now this would be for the mortgage campaign. So what are you looking to do? Purchase a home, refinance, purchase an investment, whatever it may be. What kind of home or investment? They'll go through what they're looking for. Do you currently have a realtor? So sometimes people might be looking to get pre-approved, but they already have a best friend that they're going to be using as a realtor. Now, 90% of the time, individuals don't have realtors for whatever reason that is, but some individuals will have a realtor that they're looking to use, so we don't need to waste our time. What's your current living situation? I'm a homeowner. Where are you currently employed? So we actually see where they're actively employed. What's the best time to reach you? So they know we're going to be calling once again. What's your yearly income? Figure out what their budget is. Are you serious about getting pre-approved as we're going to be calling you? Yes or no? And then we get them to manually input their information once again. So like I said, the number one problem today with advertising is lead quality. We're trying to solve that through the landing page, through all the custom audiences, through the retargeting, getting them to qualify themselves, fill out the questions, turn them into hot leads, and then also implementing this mortgage campaign, which no one's doing, to sort of drastically increase the quality just through hitting a whole different audience. Now, another problem we came across was when we would call these individuals, or you would call these individuals, it was always, who are you and why are you calling me? Hang up. Or how'd you get my number? Hang up. No one really knew that an individual would be calling them, even though they're going through the survey. They don't know who was going to be calling them. So most of the time, if they don't remember your profile picture or remember your username, they don't really know who this survey is going to. They're just inquiring to get whatever it is that they're inquiring about. They don't really care. So what we've done, if you notice at the start of this video, we have a evergreen landing page. Apparently this isn't going to let me go back up there now. One second. So you can see there's a video being auto-played underneath the survey. So what we do with some of our clients is we embed a evergreen landing page YouTube video. So now as these individuals are filling out the survey, you're underneath and you're saying, hey, this is David. Thanks for clicking on my advertisement. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to fill out the survey above. Make sure you fill it out so I can get a better understanding of how I can help you. I'm with this brokerage. Have a great rest of your day. Looking forward to chatting with you or meeting with you in person, whatever it may be, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So now while these individuals are filling out the survey, they know who you are. They can put a face to the business. People like people. They hear your name. They know who the survey is going to. They know you're a realtor. They know the brokerage you're working with. So when we call and we say, hey, we're just calling on behalf of David Real Estate. We noticed you filled out a survey 30 minutes ago. We just wanted to call and, ask a few quick questions if now's a good time. Oh yeah, I remember filling out a survey. Yeah, now's a good time. What's up? Let's chat. So it's increased the call quality drastically by like 70% because people actually know, who the survey is going to and whatnot. Now, just to briefly go over the CRM where you'd spend all of your time to essentially see, what's actually going on. So if everyone's like me, I absolutely hate learning new platforms. So I chose this to try and keep it as simplistic as possible for everyone. We use a platform called Go High Level. As you can see on the left-hand side here, there's a bunch of different dashboards you can click on. You'll only have access to 6 of them, and only 2 are important. So you only need to learn 2, you just need to click on 2. You'll have access to the Launchpad, dashboard, conversations, calendars, contacts, and opportunities. Now, the only 2 that are important are the conversations and the opportunities, which are the 2 dashboards I'm going to go over. So the conversations dashboard, pretty evident what that means, but you can see all the automated SMSs and emails that are being sent out to these potential leads. You can also listen to all the call recordings our team's making. So you can say, hey, Carter, don't say this, say that instead, or how you want us to come across and call on behalf of your business, because some people want a hard sell, some people don't want to. So it all depends. Everyone's different. Now, this is the opportunity section. So this is where you can essentially see all of your opportunities and where these leads currently are in your pipeline. So we have columns that say dud, hot lead, call again, no answer, call number 2, call number 3, call number 4, email sent, appointment booked, and stuff like that. So a new lead is an individual who has just filled out an instant form. All we did was scrape their information from the platform they came from. They auto-filled that form. That's where everyone struggles with lead quality, because they stop there. The information could be wrong, it could be right. And those people might just, be browsing and not serious whatsoever. So that's a new lead. We're working them through the automation, trying to get them to fill out your survey and trying to book an appointment. Now, a hot lead is an individual who's been to your landing page. They've seen your video. They answered the survey. We have a great idea what they're looking for, and they're usually more qualified. So if you click on their name, you can actually listen to all the call recordings we're making. So we're not just making anything up. You can actually listen to them all for yourself by clicking that play button. And then on the left-hand side, you see all the information they filled out in the survey. So their budget's $700,000. They're looking for a large lot, 3+ bed, wash and garage. Timeline 0 to 2 months. They're looking to sell as well. and they're serious about making a transaction in the future. And that's kind of how we qualify them through the survey. Now that would be the buyer lead pipeline. All you can do is click this drop down and select the mortgage lead pipeline. So it's the same thing, and you see all the first time home buyer leads. So the new leads in here, hot leads, duds, booked appointment with broker, same thing, click on their name, listen to the call recording, see the survey they filled out, which would be the mortgage lead survey, and hopefully, book the appointment with the broker and get more leads as well. Now, finally, we're huge advocates of just building a personal brand and, growing on social media. Quite literally the biggest realtors and the biggest teams in the world, like, Sirhant Real Estate, Ryan Sirhant, Mike Sherrard. These individuals aren't posting 14 times a week just for fun because they look good and they like all the likes they get. Obviously, it's resulted in a lot of new business for them, which is why they stress it to everyone else as much as they, stress it to their team and stress it as far as how much they do it. So we have a real estate specialized social media manager that works with our clients one-on-one to manage their Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We also have a short form editing team who works with our realtors one-on-one to actually edit all the content, give them an authentic style, a unique editing style, because everyone's different and we want everyone to be different. So we manage all these platforms. We post 4 videos a week, 16 videos a month, and we essentially start to build the brand. Now, the biggest problem with social media and why no one does it is because it's very time consuming. You don't have time to think of video ideas. You don't have time to film. You don't have time to then edit the videos, come up with captions, schedule the content. It's just not tangible and it makes absolutely no sense. You just don't have time to do it. So we've wanted to make this quite literally the most efficient and the easiest process of all time for any individuals who want to do it. Your whole role within the social media part would be to get on 2 calls a month and film for maybe 2 hours a month. And that's if you suck. So you should only get better from that. Now, within these bi-weekly calls, we present you with the video ideas and what it is that you're going to go over. So we present you with the video hooks. We give you tips and tricks and comments on what to talk about. We don't provide you with a full script because we've done that in the past, but then people go full robot on us and there's, zero authenticity whatsoever. So we stopped doing that. But basically we tell you what to say in the video and it's pretty straightforward. You can go on a 30-second to 45-second rant about the topics that we're giving you with. So that's all you have to do. Get on a call every 2 weeks, film the 8 video ideas, send us over all the raw footage, and then you're done for 2 weeks. Don't worry about anything else. We handle all the editing, cutting out all the filler words, the ums, the ands, the bubble captions, the fast cuts in and out, making you look professional. We handle all the scheduling, all the posting, all the captions. So that's it. And that's all. We want to make it very, very simple.
Hey, Carter, so there'll be a call every 2 weeks to go over the ideas, and then I would personally then myself record the videos, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So quick example of a profile, this same guy, just kind of show you all of his stuff, what it looks like for him. He's literally filming in front of a big window and off of his iPhone. And then he bought a $40 lav mic that he just plugs into his phone. So he's not doing anything crazy and his quality looks great, but it's all from his phone, and then he bought a $40 wireless mic. So
often when we're making investments, people ask, what are you doing? What am I doing? I'm still investing in real estate, actually quite heavily, because there's 2 reasons for that. One, purchase prices right now are lower than they were before, and they're also going down. I also feel they balanced out.
So just simple stuff like that works really well. You develop that relationship with your followers, your audience, you express your knowledge, you build up a little bit of that know and trust factor. And obviously, that works. So I'll go over the pricing now, the packages, and this part. So we operate on a 6-month contract. Now, the reason being for this is not a get rich quick scheme. We're not going to advertise for, a month and get you 10 people that are looking to buy multi-million-dollar homes. The same way as we're not going to post for a month and gain 10,000 followers and your whole life's going to change. If that was the case, I'd probably crack the real estate advertising code and this would be, a $1 billion business. But unfortunately, we actually do need to split test, see what's going to work for you, your brand, and essentially your area. Now, like I said at the beginning of this call, we're not the biggest real estate marketing agency in the world. We're not working with 50 people around you. My reputation's on the line. Genuinely, all new clients, agents, or teams we onboard, we want to make sure it's actually successful. so we can build that long-term relationship and actually take, careers to the next level. That's kind of our whole goal. So the first package is the basic package. We don't operate on monthly retainers. We have a $2,500 setup fee. So it's a one-time fee to cover the entire onboarding process, essentially putting you on all the platforms, putting you on all the monthly subscriptions for the next 6-month period, et cetera, et cetera. That's quite literally what the setup fee is for. Now, we operate on a pay per booked appointment model. What's deemed to be a booked appointment? They're all deemed by you. They're not deemed by us. So if you get in a booked appointment and they don't show up, take them out of the booked appointment column. If you get an appointment and they work part-time at McDonald's and they have $4,000 for a down payment, take them out of the booked appointment column. If you get an appointment and they're looking within a year and a half, take them out of the booked appointment column. So they're all deemed by you. Basically, I want to put myself in your shoes, and I actually want to make sure these individuals are a solid, booked appointment. If they're a buyer, they showed up, they got a healthy budget, they're looking within, maybe 4 months, they're going to, houses with you. If they find something that meets all their criteria, maybe they'll buy earlier. Stuff like that is a good booked appointment. So that's how that works. Now, we have a $20 a day ad spend. Essentially, we didn't just pull this number out of thin air. We've spent millions of dollars on housing and real estate advertisements. And this is where we've come to realize that we need, at minimum, to actually get results to obviously make it worth our time and make it worth your time, of course, as well. So this is a variable cost. If we were to run this campaign 24/7, 30 days straight throughout this entire month, this would be $600. That's never the case. We're pausing the campaign to split test creatives. We're pausing it to change copywriting, pausing it to change the landing page. So it could be like $300, $10 a day. It could be $350, $420, $520. It quite literally varies every single month depending on what it is that we're doing. So with this basic package, we're running Instagram and Facebook ads, landing page development, weekly ad reports, biweekly creatives, biweekly meetings, and your role within this package is to manage the CRM and make the calls. So you're essentially going to be booking the appointments for yourself. Now, we have an ROI guaranteed. So it's pretty self-explanatory with, and evident with what that means, but I know a lot of agencies, a lot of people have their guarantees, so I'll explain ours to you and exactly what it is that we mean by it. If after this 6-month period, you do not receive a return on investment from our services, we'll refund you whatever it is that you paid us. We'll apologize for wasting your time, and we'll continue to work for free to show you that we're a very young, determined, and motivated team. We know that what we do does work, will work, and has worked for everyone, which is why we're able to implement the guarantee that we have. Obviously, we're not trying to work for free, so we want to showcase that through having this guarantee and only working with, a couple individuals every single month, essentially with, this offer. So the next package is a silver package. It's the same model. It's $2,500 more than the basic. So same thing, $120 per booked appointment, $30 a day ad spend. Now, because we're running Instagram and Facebook ads, YouTube and Google ads, TikTok ads, a part-time ISA to manage the CRM, manage all the leads, make all the calls for you, and book the appointments into your calendar, biweekly creatives, biweekly meetings, weekly ad reports. We also implement video ads, so we handle the scripting and editing behind the videos, landing page development, and a return on investment guaranteed once again. So same thing, no return on investment after the 6-month period, refund you whatever it is that you paid us, and same thing I said in the basic package. So finally, a couple one-off packages. I'm not going to go over this gold one just because that's for like teams and brokerages. So we have a content machine package. Now, this is all about building your brand and growing organically. There's no ad spend, there's no advertising fee involved. It's just about growing your brand. So it's a 6-month contract. It can either be A, $497 per month taxes in, or B, a one-time payment, $4,000, and you get 4 months for free just by paying annually. So with this package, it's everything I went over in that social media slide. We manage your Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, or whatever 3 platforms you want. We produce 4 videos a week, 16 videos a month. Your role is to get on these biweekly calls. We present you with the 8 video ideas. You'll do the filming. It'll maybe take you an hour and a half to film 8 videos at the absolute max. You should only get better from that. Then you send us over all the raw footage. We handle all the editing, all the captions, all the scheduling, and you're just done for another 2 weeks until your next call. So with this package, we do a 30-day free trial before there's any financial commitment whatsoever. We're tired of working with individuals that don't understand this is a marathon and not a sprint. You're not going to post content for a month and your whole life's going to change. This is definitely a long-term play. the whole goal is to post consistently for 8 months, and then all of a sudden you get people reaching out every single month that say, "Hey David, I love your content. I followed 4 months ago. Me and my husband are looking to list. Can you help us out?" "Hey David, I followed you, 7 months ago. Been watching your content forever. Love the value you're providing. I'm looking to buy my very first home. Can you help me out?" That's when you start to see the results, because you've been consistently doing it for 8 months. You've built up that relationship with your audience. You don't have a massive following because you don't need one, and that's when you'll start to see the real results. So that's kind of how this package works. We have a listing master. So this is just about advertising listings. We've been able to sell homes quicker than the average time on market just through advertising them. So it's a month-to-month contract. You pay $350. Basically, you advertise your listing with a $5 a day budget. You get more eyeballs on it. You potentially get some new leads, and just kind of a cool package. And then finally is consulting. So everything I went over throughout this entire call, we actually just teach individuals how to do it themselves and do it all within their own business. You don't seem like the individual that would have time to do that, but it is something that we offer. But yeah, David, I appreciate your time. Like I said, I'm just going to be rambling on, trying to sort of keep your attention as best I can. So I appreciate you listening. But do you have any questions, quite literally, regarding anything?
Well, I'll be honest with you. That was a good presentation. I
Thank
like
you.
where you're coming from. You got knowledge. That's so I want to give you props for that. Number one, because I mean, there's a lot to cover here. If you don't mind, can you send me the presentation on my email? Is that possible? So I can review it myself and whatnot, or just like the pricing, this and that, so then I can
Yeah.
fire you questions.
Yeah, for sure. What I can do is I'll send you over an email with the packages I presented to you, so you can kind of have them on hand and actually look at them. And yeah,
Yeah,
you can definitely get those.
cool. Yeah, I mean, definitely, it really depends on how much time I have to do stuff.
Hmm.
Like I'm telling you, I'm slammed with
Yeah.
stuff right now. So maybe trying to think, maybe this would be something I'm more serious about when I'd go for a couple questions right now.
Mhm.
And I apologize if you did kind of explain this, and maybe I was just like, there's so much going through my brain that I
Yeah, no
kind of skipped
worries.
over it. But regarding the mortgage lead option there that you were mentioning, who's the mortgage broker that you're working with? Is this someone that I'm providing from my own team?
Yeah. So it can be anyone you want. It could be an individual that's a friend or someone that you already kind of have a relationship developed with.
Okay.
Yeah, it's provided by you.
Okay, so essentially I provide the mortgage broker I'm working with, as long as obviously they're okay with it, which why would
Yeah.
they say no? Because they're getting business
Yeah,
at that
exactly.
point. Right. Okay, very cool. And then regarding, I think this would be the first package, which is 2.5K annually. Is that one, the one where you make the appointments and stuff? That's like the CRM system, correct?
Yeah, that's where we do the automation. Yeah, you get the full CRM with that one.
Right. So how would you make appointments based on my schedule? How would you know my schedule and when I could fill out those appointments?
So do you use some sort of calendar, or are you?
I do. Google Calendar, so I'm assuming you would sync with my calendar or something like that.
Yeah, we just integrate Google Calendar, and it's two-way synced, so we get to see your availability. So we book the appointments based off of your availability.
Got you. Got you. Okay, that makes sense. Um, hmm, interesting. Now my glasses are dirty. Hey man, it's an interesting concept because I don't really have time for social media, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not the type to be a social media guy, even though I know it's a massive part of the business, and definitely could bring in leads, which is funny because I feel like I'm the opposite from my current generation, which is probably your generation as well,
Yeah.
where I'm more of an in-person type of guy, and that's what I'm good at. I'm good at
Yeah.
in-person meeting, confidence off the roof kind of thing. But like
Mhm.
social media, I hate looking at myself as social media. So I'm definitely intrigued. Um, let's let's keep in touch. Send me send me just some stuff, please, on my email.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of go from there. I know this is definitely something I definitely want to revisit because I definitely want to grow my brand.
Mhm.
Um, So just give me some time here, because it's a lot for me to take on at
For
the
sure.
moment. But I like it. I like it. You seem like a smart guy too. How old are you, Carter?
20.
You're 20. Okay, very good. That's awesome, man. You're starting
Yeah.
young. Good for you.
Thank you.
That's
Yes, thank you.
awesome. What's your vision, Carter? What do you want to do in your life?
Yeah, so I think it's just continuing to slowly grow the business and just kind of take over Canada. I don't think I want to be the biggest real estate agency in the world, but more so kind of like a boutique sort of agency and have more of a luxury service. Just I want to have a close relationship with all the clients. Like I like that the best, like actually scaling, growing, coming down, visiting them, going on trips as it's successful and stuff like that. That's kind of what I have the most fun doing and enjoyment out of. So yeah, I think it's just slow growth, continuing to be innovative, get a better and better service, change things, be better. And that's kind of the vision where my main focus is right now.
Cool. And why this industry?
Yeah, so I love real estate. I like working with realtors. I'm an investor as well. I have property, so I think just working with realtors and going through the process kind of just made me more knowledgeable about the space in general. So yeah, I kind of just decided to hone in on real estate and just focus on this specific niche.
Cool. Cool. Okay. Yeah, man. Let's keep in touch. I'm definitely interested. Just I'm gonna have to ask like a crazy amount of questions so I can
Yeah,
wrap my mind around it and just kind of go from there. And that's gonna be something you'll learn about me
yeah,
going
no
forward.
worries.
I guess that's why I'm a real estate agent, right?
Yeah,
Because I ask a shit ton of questions and I figure stuff out. So yeah, man. I like it. Send me the stuff. I think my LinkedIn profile still has my like super old email. So
okay,
do you
yeah.
want to write down my actual email that I'm gonna use?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. If even
Yes.
give me 1 second here. Well, sounds good, David. I appreciate your time, and I will send you over the email with the packages I presented to you, and then we can follow up. And if you have any questions, feel free to fire them off to me via email. I can record a quick video, whatnot, or answer via email, and we'll go from there.
Cool, man. I appreciate it. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, nice talking to you as well, and have a great rest of your day.
Cheers, Carter.
Yeah, bye.